So guys, I'm just curious, what are some movies better in 3D or enhanced by 3D, other than the obvious answer of Avatar? Austin, I want to start with you.
I think the one that started it all, you can't forget, this modern wave of Real-D 3D, polarized 3D, is Chicken Little, the Disney film. No, my big answer, like at the start of this, is Hugo, the Martin Scorsese film. That is the best damn 3D movie I've ever seen that's not Avatar. I don't know what they did that was so special, but it was so worth it.
They used the Martin Scorsese button. Joe, what about you?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with a very schlocky answer, and it happens to be on my shirt. I'm gonna say Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. I love the Friday the 13th franchise, but every single one of those movies is garbage. That being said, if you really want a fun time, find a DVD copy that has the 3D version of Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D and enjoy yourself some really goofy schlocky kills in 3D. They'll pop right out of the screen, and so will a yo-yo for some reason.
If you think you're going schlocky, Joe, I'm going extra schlocky, because this is going to sound like a joke answer, but I didn't say good 3D movies. I said movies where the 3D makes it better. Therefore, Shark Boy and Lava Girl counts as a valid answer here.
I saw that in 3D as well, in the theater.
One of the earliest memories I have of seeing a movie in theaters. It was either that or Spy Kids 3D is one of my earliest memories of seeing a movie in theaters. Again, not a good 3D movie, but it is enhanced by the 3D aspects. I've always wanted to see humongous George Lopez in 4D.
Wasn't Spy Kids 3D released with a Smell-O-Vision card, or am I mistaken?
No, that was Spy Kids 4. That
was the one where the gimmick was 4D. The only scratch and sniff experience I've ever had was with the Rugrats Meet the Wild Thornberry crossover movie, where one of the earliest instances of it is when a baby its diaper and it's like, all right, kids, scratch and sniff. And I'm like, this is some guy's fetish, I think.
I was going to say that movie came out the same year as Spy Kids 3D, so they tried to revitalize two, failed marketing gimmicks.
I always thought they should have brought back Scratch and Sniff in porno theaters. Austin, another 3D movie.
This movie, I think, almost only works in 3D and IMAX. Gravity, the Sandra Bullock film.
Good answer, Joe.
Now here's an actual really good movie that actually utilized 3D for very specific sequences. I'm talking about the hit 2012 film Dread, and when I say hit, I say that loosely. It's a cult hit.
Damn it.
R.I.P. Dread 2. I wish you were happening, but you know what? Your 3D sequences in slow-mo were f***ing incredible.
Great answers, great answers. Doctor Strange is perhaps the best conversion job I have seen when it comes to 3D too, because most of these movies we're talking about were shot with multiple cameras, 3D in mind. Another movie that was shot with multiple cameras, The Room. The 3D cut has to exist. Tommy Wiseau, you're a coward. But Doctor Strange, that tripping balls sequence where Doctor Strange gets sent through the multiverse in the first movie, not the second movie, in 3D, oh my god, you haven't lived until you've seen hands that grow hands that grow hands and then grow hands in 3D.
I gotta say the anti-good, worst 3D post-conversion of all time, Clash of the Titans. It almost threw me off 3D movies forever.
Yes.
I had the biggest headache walking out of that.
Real answer though, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That movie was great, and the 3D just made it better.
Animated movies, in my experience, are always great in 3D because, unlike live action, you can sort of just re-render it with two cameras, which is what I think they do when it comes to the 3D stuff, and it fits. It works a lot better.
Okay, I'm actually going to throw two out. For starters, the original Creature from the Black Lagoon from the 1950s. It's like, if you can get a 3D copy of that, that's a fun little time, and it's a solid little movie. But the one I have more to say about is 2010's Piranha 3D. This is a movie that's amazing because it has gratuitous violence, ridiculous gore, and boobs, and it's all in 3D. It's such a fantastic experience. It's a shame the sequel sucked, though.
I have one more. The 1922 film Plastiggrams. The first 3D movie ever made, baby!
Well, oddly enough, in my opinion, the best 3D movie came, I believe, a year before Avatar did or a year after Avatar did. I can't remember.
It's a journey to the center of
Are
the
you gonna
earth.
Absolutely not. No, it is neither of those answers. It's a masterpiece, a masterwork of cinema. I'm of course talking about Jackass 3D.
Oh yeah, that came out after Avatar.
Yeah, 2010, I think, now that I think about it. I got my
Yeah.
years wrong there. Jackass 3D. You haven't lived until you've seen Bam Margera get absolutely just knocked the out in 3D.
But what about Saw 7 in 3D? That also
Shut
came
up.
out that same month.
The best part of Saw 7 is Dr. Gordon was working for Jigsaw the whole time. That is still the greatest plot twist in the history of cinema. All right. So, I think that's all about 3D movies, but clearly there's an elephant in the room here, because when you're going to talk about best movies in 3D, the actual answer is James Cameron's Avatar.
Yes.
This is why we're here. Unobtainium.
Just slid my ticket across the table and I said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.